There is a bunch of things happening. The market is completely red. There was $800 million liquidated in the markets the past 24 hours. And if you have been here on the 100S Club and you have watched the last show on Friday, which was literally titled "The Local Top is In," then you most likely have been paying attention to this, that the 50% pullback is about to happen. This did happen throughout the weekend, actually did happen yesterday on this dump. There's a bunch of reasons why this actually is playing out. One of them is that there is a big back and forth with Trump and Greenland and Denmark, and there is, what is actually going to happen. Trump has been very clear about Greenland. He will take it either by force or by buying it. Then he proposed and imposed tariffs on countries like Norway, Denmark, Sweden, all these countries all around Greenland. And if that was not enough, there is MLK Day today, meaning the markets are closed, meaning low liquidity. And also there is 10% of the S&P 500 companies reporting earnings this week. So there's a bunch of things to talk about, mostly on charts, what is actually happening, why I do think the local top is still in and that we are going lower after a short retrace. If that sounds good, stick around. If you don't know who I am, my name is 𝗕𝗲𝗄. Been here since 2016. I'm trading and I share with you everything I do here on the channel on a daily update. The most important thing is it's concise, it's short, so you have time, 5 to 10 minutes. If you don't, then I think you should leave crypto. And if you do, subscribe, smash the like button, and turn the bell notifications on and come back every single day. Now, very important, look at this chart here. So this is what I've been saying on the show on Friday, and I said we have to have this pullback. Now, if you look at the total market cap, which I usually analyze, the reason why this is super important is because the market structure has been very, very bullish. You see this, you have a low, you have a high, you have a 50% pullback. We longed here, rode it all the way up. When this happened, I closed the long, opened the short position. Now we're down, but it is still within the market structure. This is nothing else but a 50% retrace. And this is what we're witnessing right now, a 50% retrace. Therefore, this should be a buying opportunity. Now, very important, couple of things, and I want you to pay attention here. One is, I told you up here that I have opened a short position. I was expecting this to go a little bit higher, up to the 3.25-ish, and then reject from there, but immediately as futures open, the market just simply nuked. And we're still waiting for New York Open today, which is not going to be an official New York Open because of MLK Day, Martin Luther King Day, and therefore the markets are not officially open. Therefore, big liquidity won't come. This would be enough for a pump and a dump. But I want you to pay attention to a couple of things. One, I said I was short, right? So I did open these short positions, open this short position that is still open. I didn't close it. I'm not planning to close it. The biggest reason is because of what I detailed in this post. Trading is like riding a train. You get on the freaking train. You don't get off of old stop. You don't try to, doubt yourself until there is the final destination. And if I look at this chart, I do believe we need to have a rejection here and we need to see a nuke down, taking all this liquidity sub 80,000 Bitcoin, okay? So I am opening, I keep my shorts open. I did change the stop loss to here, which is the 3.2 trillion level. I'm gonna show you exactly what it is on Bitcoin. I'm going to change the stop loss down here at 95,600. So I'm going to put the stop loss. There's actually internal liquidity. I'm not going to do that. No, I'm going to keep my stop loss up here, 98,000, which I officially added here, 97,200, 97,200. That is my stop loss, 97,200 up here. Exactly, this here, 97,200. This was the result. This is the result of the market structure shift. So I'm keeping my stop loss up here. But that is one thing. The shorts are running, nothing to do there. The second is that I told you in the community that I am taking this long position. Now, if you don't know, yes, I do have a community. It's free for now. It literally takes you a click of a button to join in and get these trades and get all my thoughts. Everything is in there that is happening. I can't update you here all the time on YouTube, so please go and join in there. You can do it on the top of the description, okay? So I took this long position, as I said here, I am taking this long position, 50% retrace completely, stop loss at 89,200. That is right here. Why? Super simple, because the 50% retrace has happened, and I am waiting for that push to actually happen. Now, whether that push is going to be able to push all the way and create a new high, which would make sense, as I explained here on the total market cap, based on the market structure. You have a low, you have a high, you have a low, you have a high, you have a low, you have a high. So this does make complete sense, especially considering the fact that you have to have a retrace on the daily up here at 3.32 trillion. But the reason why I'm not so convinced that we are going to be able, the market is going to be able to make a new high, is because of all the uncertainty we just discussed, which is, Trump and Greenland, the tariff tariff ruling. There will be the tariffs on these countries, the tariff ruling happening tomorrow. Trump's tariffs might be completely vanished and the court may rule against him. There is also 10% of the S&P companies are reporting earnings. There's a lot of things happening this week, and usually when these things happen, the market doesn't seem to be like, oh, holy shit, let's send Bitcoin to the moon. No, it's usually exactly the opposite. Let's de-risk, let's take it, easier. And this is why I think that this here can be a great long position. I am going to ride this. I'm going to tell you until when, but ultimately I would expect this to reject and we go lower from here because of all the uncertainty. I'll obviously keep you posted here on the channel if something changes, and also in the Telegram, but ultimately this is what I'm thinking. Okay, cool. So one other thing, my long position. So my long position, I actually open this. I usually say that I need a confirmation. Usually how it happens is that I go into the 5-minute chart and I'm looking for a market structure shift. The reason why I haven't done this here is because, not because I don't think you need it, but because it is a higher time frame trade. So if I look at the hourly chart, this is why I have a 4% stop. I actually think, based on the market structure, this on the risk reward side does make sense, even if this retrace is just a short-lived retrace into this order block and then a rejection from there. So let me just remove all this, by the way. I don't even know why I still have it here. So it still makes sense to actually keep this open, and I'm going to do that. I will update you in the community if I close it. I do think actually that the most likely scenario is that we're going to come up into this region. Maybe we'll week through something like this market structure shift, and then you simply go lower, and then from there it's sub 80,000 Bitcoin. So I'm looking at least 85,000, but I do think this 80 will be smacked, especially if you look at the higher time frame, look at the 4-hour chart. I mean, this does not look very promising. This is what I would expect to happen. At least 80,000, sub 80,000 Bitcoin is what I'm expecting. That is it, guys. There is a lot of things happening. One of the very important things is that there is a bit-funded Zoom happening on Wednesday. You should have received the email. If you didn't, you will receive it today. If you still haven't, please send me a DM on X. We're looking at it. The bit-funded team is sending them out. I want to make sure that they're doing it right, so we'll see how that goes. I'm pretty confident that they'll sort it to the best of their abilities. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically a prop firm, meaning you can get a $150,000 account for $1,000, and then you can trade with it if you know proper risk management. But that is what I'm going to teach you on Wednesday for everybody who bought a challenge latest by Monday. Guys, appreciate every single one of you. Check out this video. Is going to be, if you need $1,000 and you want to claim $1,000, you can do it so through Pinex. It's one of our exchange partners. You can look them up here. They are not sponsors, but we do have an affiliate link with them. And if you sign up, you can not only copy my bots that are still running up and running, but also you are able to gain claim $1,000 sign up bonus. Guys, that's it. Take care. See you tomorrow.